for his kind words of introduction. And I am very joyous to meet all of you here and come to this pious place of Bhagavan's glory, the Maya Shakti, the Vasavi Shakti, and also to meet all of you on this very auspicious day of Sri Rama Navami, when we celebrate the glory of Lord Rama, not the birth so much. Because if you celebrate the birth, that becomes a historicity. Whereas if you celebrate, birth will be followed by the opposite. Whereas the glory, it is timeless. It is always there. Now it is there, after 1,000 years it will be there, and a few millennia back it was there. Glory is ever present, and it is timeless, and we celebrate the glory of Sri Rama. And I suggest you may chant the sacred name of Rama following me one time. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. This is called Nama Mantra. The name itself is mantra, the hymn. You have only two instances like that, where it is the name and it is the mantra. One is Om. Om Tatsaditi Nirdeshaha Brahmanas Trividho Mataha. Bhagavad Gita. So, it is not so much a name as it is a Nirdeshaha, a pointer. So, but still in the popular parlance, it is called a name. It's all right. So, Om is the pointer to Paramatma, Ishvara, one. It is the name, let us say name. It is the name and also it is the mantra. Om. Om in itself is the mantra. All other mantras have originated from that one mantra called Om, having three syllables, as you all know, A, U and Ma. A similar mantra, which also happens to be the name, is Rama. Three syllables again, Repha, Akara, Makara. It is the name of Ishvara, Paramatma, and also it is the name, and also it is the mantra. And the Rama that we are celebrating is not just a historic Rama alone. It is the Rama, the son of Dasharatha and Kausalya, Kausalyanandavardhanaha. That is how Valmiki describes the Rama. That is the Rama of the epic. We celebrate that Rama, and also Rama is celebrated as Avatara by many people. That is a different dimension. But then Rama has to be understood and celebrated as Atma Rama. That is the way to celebrate. None other than the timeless Atma shining in every one of us in our hearts. That is the Rama. So Rama is the Rama of the epic, and Rama who is also none other than the innermost self or essence of every living being. That is the Rama, Sarvavyapaka Rama. And how do we celebrate? We chant the sacred name, Hare Rama, the way we have all done just now. And also, the celebration consists of know, understanding the name, the chant. You have to understand it. Without understanding, the chant has lost some of its glory. Still it is glorious, but some of the glory is lost without understanding. You should understand what you chant. Under that understanding brings a new dimension of spirituality into the chant. Otherwise it becomes a routine mechanical chant. It should not be like that. So you should know very simple, Hare. Hare is not the address to someone sitting somewhere. Hare means, oh, the one who eliminates all affliction from our hearts. It is a universal address. It is not a particular address of a glorious person or anything. O the Lord, who eliminates the affliction from our heart. Hare. It is an address. It is not just chant the name. So and so, so and so, so and so. Not like that. O Rama, O Hari. You are addressing what we call in Sanskrit Sambodhana. Hare. Then Rama is also Sambodhana. It means Hey Rama. O Rama in English translation. You may say Hey, you may not say, but still it is an address. O Rama means the Ishvara who is present in our hearts as pure joy. That is Rama. Atma Rama. So, we want the afflictions to move aside so that the inner joy is in full expression. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. It means, O Lord, let these afflictions be put aside such that your true glory of joy, bliss comes forth in our life, comes out in our life, makes the life joyous. That is the Rama. Then that joy, that bliss, Ananda, which is the Rama, Atma Rama it is, that is not only Rama, it is Arama also. Arama means the rest, the repose. That is the Rama. You don't have any repose or rest in this world. This world makes us tired, exhausted in every sense. Only when you withdraw and take, abide in the heart, then the Rama embraces you in the heart. Rama in the heart embraces you and gives you the real rest and repose. That's why he is not only Rama, he is Arama. Atma Rama. He is Atma, he is Rama, he is Arama. And he is also Uparama, if you will. Uparamaha Uparatihi. So he is so close to you. Uparamaha. That is the Rama. And then, if only you understand a little, that Rama is always pulling you towards him. Pulling. There is an enormous attraction towards the Rama in the heart. You don't need to push yourself to Rama if you know. If you don't know, then you have to create some free time and then make it happen. Push yourself, go to some temple or place or whatever, and then try to connect with Rama. You have to struggle. You need not struggle. There is that power of attraction, like gravitational force, pulling you within. Karshati iti Krishnaha. That is the meaning of Krishna. Krishna is not another gentleman. Hari one gentleman, Rama a second gentleman, Krishna a third gentleman. Kya baat hai? It is not like that. It is the same Paramatma, who also is the Atma, who is the Hari, who is the Rama, and who is the Krishna, the one constantly pulling us towards him. Only we are, in our folly, turning our back to the inner attraction. Because of our ignorance, we are attracted towards the things of the world. and in the process, that inner attractive force is remaining, it is waiting there. It is waiting. If only you turn towards that inner Rama, it will readily embrace you. That is the meaning of that mantra. You may say one more time. Now you know the meaning. And then, so you say it in the mouth or with the mouth, you know it in the head, and you feel it in the heart. So, vachana, you chant, you know, and you feel. That is the Triveni Sangamaha. That is the Prayagraj, the Triveni Sangama. Vachana, Jnanam, and Bhavana. They come together in the chant. Now the chant is complete. So please, now you know the meaning. And it is address, every time it is an address. It is not a statement. It is an address. It is a beseeching. It is a kind of, "Oh Rama, I am surrendering to you." That is the meaning of the address. So let us say, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. There is a name to this chant. This chant is described as Kali Santaranopanishad. It is the Upanishad. It takes you to the Ishvara within you. That's why Upanishad. It frees you from the sorrow, the illness, and the ills of worldly life. It frees you from all that. And so it is Kali Santarana Upanishad. Now, the glory of Rama, I was talking about it. So, where from we learn about the glory of Rama? From Ramayanam, the greatest of the epics of the world. There are a few epics in the world. India has two epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata, in that sequence. First Ramayana, and then Mahabharata. Epic, you have to correctly understand, epic has a historic significance. Namely, it is the story of a gentleman who moved around in this land. Like some of the greatest saints and savants have appeared on this land and moved around on this land. So that is the historicity associated with it. So Rama was like that. Rama traveled from that place to this place. We can trace his route even now. So he was such a historic person. And then Rama's story, it has a tremendous message to the mankind. It is called a didactic poem. That is the Ramayana, the epic. It is didactic in the sense that it gives a message to the humankind. Because Rama was an ideal human being. That is Rama. Manavaha, Adarsha Manavaha, ideal human being. Only a human being can inspire another human being. So, he was an ideal human, ideal son to his father and to his mother, ideal brother to his brothers. His brothers are half brothers, not full brothers, but still he was an ideal brother to his brothers. And so when two brothers, they are 100% brothers, but if they quarrel among themselves, that means you are directly violating the ethos of this land. Because the ethos of this land is Rama, an ideal brother to his half-brothers. So that is what Rama is. That is how Rama inspires us. And he was an ideal husband. Then I said that, are you okay with me to speak a few more minutes? Okay. When I said that, somebody questioned me directly. Nothing wrong in questioning. How come he is an ideal husband who has abandoned his beloved Sita, who was pregnant, 10 months pregnant, Purna Garbhini, abandoned her alone in the deep forest? What kind of an ideal husband? What are you talking? Then I told her, that story is fiction. I have a captive audience, and therefore I am putting in your way some well understood truth, which is understood by the scholars, Ramayana scholars of the world. No, it is not known among people. The people remain ignorant. That is their problem. In this regard, what I am saying, there is no doubt about it. It is not one of the two theories that are prevalent. It is not some opinion held by some people for some reason. No. It is a well-established, thoroughly investigated and proved truth, not a opinion, truth, that Uttarakanda, the 7th volume, is an extrapolation. It is not that of Valmiki. It is an unfortunate extrapolation and a sad mind, an orthodoxical, obscurantist, sadist mind of a Sanskrit scholar which created this Uttarakanda, and instead of putting his own name to it, put the name of Valmiki. If he puts his own name, nobody will read it. But if you say Valmiki, people will read it. That was the cunning thinking of a person who added this to Ramayana. And people believed that it is Ramayana. People means lay people, not scholars. I have not come across a Ramayana scholar who believes that Uttarakanda is part of Ramayana. Uttarakanda is not in Ramayana. Dasha Shirasascha Vadham Nishamayadhvam. That is what Valmiki says. The villain Ravana was slain. Rama returns to Ayodhya along with Sita, the mother, and gets anointed as the emperor along with Sita. That is the end of Ramayana. Ramayana is a love story. That is how it ends. In Ramayana, Rama is a human being, Manavaha, who rises to the level of divinity. So I used to say in Telugu, probably you can get it in Telugu, Devudu Ramudu avadam kadandi, Ramudu Devudu ainadu. Devudu Ramudu kaledu, Ramudu Devudu ainadu. The divinity which is there inherent, intrinsic to every human heart remains hidden, covered up. Whereas in the case of Rama, it has blossomed. Rama the man became, in Vivekananda's words, became the Superman by his valor, hard work, then renunciation, and then love, etc. He became the Superman. Superman like, Rakshita Jivalokasya Dharmasya Parirakshita Rakshita Swasya Dharmasya Swajanasya Sa Rakshita. He protects people who are around him. He protects dharma in his life. He protects Swadharma. Not only he encourages others to follow dharma, he commands others to follow dharma as the emperor, but also he follows dharma himself, and then he protects all that worship him. This is how Rama has become the Superman, and then he became the divine man. There is divinity in every human heart, and if there is one example is required for that, that is Rama. We say in Upanishads, aham brahmasmi. And if we have to give one practical example for aham brahmasmi, that example comes from Ramayana. The first one comes from Ramayana. So Rama is the Ramachandra Parabrahma. Started as Rama, became Chandra, loved by all, that is the Chandra. Cool like moon, that is the Chandra, loved by all. And then he allowed the divinity in him to blossom fully. Every soul is potentially divine, as the Swami Vivekananda says, and so Rama allowed that potential divinity to manifest in all its glory. So much so, we remember Rama even today. Yavat sthasyanti girayaha, Ramayana, Valmiki's Ramayana. So, as long as the mountains stand, as long as the rivers flow, so long Rama's glory will remain in the world, not just in India, in the world. Tavad Ramayana Katha Bhuvaneshu Cherishyati or Chelishyati. So, you have to understand that Ramayana is an epic, a didactic epic, not a theological text. You have to know that. Just like Gita. Gita is not a theological text. It is a message to humankind. That is Gita. That's why Ramayana and Gita, they both begin with a question. In Ramayana, Valmiki Maharshi asks a question. Valmiki is not upper caste, he is a lower caste. In fact, there was no caste in Ramayana. Caste came in Mahabharata. And in Mahabharata, there was back and forth, whether caste is by birth or by guna karma. This discussion was there, it started in Mahabharata. And Mahabharata gave its verdict that caste, the four, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, is not by birth, it is by guna karma. So the discussion was started in Mahabharata. Bharata gave its verdict, but then Hindu society disregarded that verdict of Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita and went along with the opinions of some of the Smriti texts that came later and settled into birth-based caste system, which has hurt the Hindu society the most. It is, in Vivekananda's words, it is almost like suicidal, self-destructive mode, that you give importance to the division and then make the division based on birth. Ramayana is not like that. In Ramayana, there was not even caste discussion. Valmiki's caste, then Guha, what is his caste? They don't have caste in those days. From a later day perspective, we look back and try to find out what in today's paradigm, if we have to put a caste label, what caste could it be? So you have to say Vasishthaha Brahmanaha, Ramaha Kshatriyaha, Guhaha Nishadaha, a caste. Matangaha is a Chandalaha, Shabari, a woman. Matanga is a Maharshi, Shabari is a Maharshi. Ramana of Tiruvannamalai or from Tamil Nadu is a Maharshi. Vemareddy of Rayalasima is a Maharshi Vemana. So that is the social ethos in which Ramayana flourished. Or the other way, Ramayana has presented that kind of a social ethos before people. And Ramayana unites people. And Ramayana presents Rama as an exemplary human being. That is how it presents. Ramayana begins, many people don't pay attention. Ramayana doesn't begin by offering Rama on a platter as a theological god. Not at all. Not at all. Not even in the end. So nowhere it is there. If you find anything, that is somebody has put it there. So it begins with a question. So I am slowly coming to the end of the discussion. So I don't want to make it too much academic here. So it begins as Konvasmin sampratam loke gunavan kascha viryavan. So Valmiki asks, today, in today's society, can you name a person? Is there a person who has all the sterling qualities of a divine person, divine man? A good man? Good man. A good man is not different from a divine man. When I say man, that is not gender, human, okay? Gender include, woman included. So who is a good person presently, at present in the world? That is the question. Why should Valmiki, why should he ask such a question? Because he is in a forest, totally isolated from the society, and Narada came from the society, and therefore he asked that question. And then Narada replies, not one, there are many such persons. He says, look at that. So, very difficult to find such a person of sterling character. But they are there. Not one or two, quite a few are there. That is the answer he gives. Bahavo durlabhaschaiva yetvaya kirtita naraha. Hey Valmiki, the type of a human being that described by you, naraha, they are there. Not one or two, bahavaha. A few dozen maybe, bahavaha, many. Quite a few are there. Not many means not many, quite a few. But not easy to find. And one of them is Rama. Look at that. So, that's why we say, Bacha Ram hai. Because many Ramas, there is a Rama in your heart, there is a Rama in my heart, but we are so worldly, this world has so much consumed us that we don't allow that Rama to come out. So suppress the Rama and fight with the brother. Suppress the Rama and fight with the consort or the life partner. Suppress the Rama and do a wrong action. This is how we live. You stop doing that. Take the inspiration from the epic Ramayana. You all should study Ramayana. If you don't know Sanskrit, doesn't matter. There is a beautiful translation in every language. You have to go by Ramayana of Valmiki. That is you have to keep in mind. Valmiki Ramayana translation. I can recommend a good translation for you. If you find Valmiki Ramayana by Gita Press, that is a good translation. And if you want, too big it is, but if you want condensed Ramayana of Valmiki condensed, Ramayana Sangraha, if you want, go for Rajagopalachari's Ramayana. It is in English. It must have been translated. You should be very cautious. Don't go by these theological scholars who make their own Ramayana. That Ramayana has nothing to do with Valmiki. So you should read Ramayana of Valmiki, either in Sanskrit or in an authentic translation of the local language, and daily half an hour. Make it a Nitya Karma, 30 minutes daily. You will be surprised. Time rolls and you will be surprised that you have finished Balakanda, Ayodhya Kanda. You will be moving forward. And once you come to the end of Rama's anointing ceremony in Ayodhya and Rama's Rajyam, Rama Rajyam, which Mahatma Gandhi has dreamt of it, Rama Rajya. So some of our people don't like even to utter the word Rama Rajya. They have some funny thing called secular republic, which is a fiction. Rama Rajya is real. There cannot be anything more secular than Rama Rajya. It is the ideal social governance it is. That is what Mahatma Gandhi dreamt of it. So the Ramayana ends by the establishment in Ayodhya, in that country Kosala Desha. Ayodhya is the capital, with the establishment of Rama Rajya, the governance model known with the name of Rama. With that, Ramayana comes to an end. Once you read Ramayana, the 6 volumes, it takes some time, daily half an hour suppose you give to it, 30 minutes you give to it, you will be able to finish in 2 years. And you will not be the same human being anymore. You cannot be. Puja Swamiji used to say, once you study Ramayana from A to Z, Z is a Yuddhakanda end, not Uttaraganda. That will, you will be going into some mess. A to Z, Yuddhakanda, you are not the same human being anymore. Once I finished Ayodhya Kanda, I have decided never ever again say anything that hurts the father and mother. No, he is wrong, let him be wrong. From my side only surrender. That is Rama. Pitruvakya Paripalanam. And once you study Aranyakanda, you will know how to love your consort. And you know how to, and you come to Ayodhya Kanda, you know what is the true governance, how the society should be. So Ramayana, if you study, you will not be the same human being anymore. It is a kind of born again human being. That is the power of Ramayana. So I tried to bring the glory of Rama and Ramayana, one and the same, and present it before you in a short time. And and it is a great, wonderful occasion where we have chanted the sacred name of Rama and tried to recollect the glory of Rama and Ramayana, one and the same. Rama is Ramayana and Ramayana is Rama. Valmiki, not any other Ramayana, Valmiki. So we have recollected it, and so I am very happy and grateful to our young Swami Sachidananda and the temple committee people. So they are so nice people, so loving people. They are wonderful hosts. And so they make all such wonderful things happen. I am grateful to all of them. I am sure the blessings of Paramatma shining in every one of your hearts as the innermost self will be there aplenty on all of you. May God bless all of you for your attention. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.